Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another video. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right, so what we have today is an article from AP, and what they're talking about is a trial that's going to begin for 3 Tacoma officers charged in the death of an individual named Manny Ellis. All right, so now my question for everybody watching this video is, are you aware of this situation, and when did you first hear about it? All right, so what it goes on to say is jury selection is scheduled to begin Monday in the trial of 3 Tacoma police officers charged in the death of Manny Ellis, a 33-year-old black man who was tackled, punched, shocked with a stun gun, and held face down on a sidewalk in March of 2020, 2 months before George Floyd met a similar fate. All right. Officers Christopher Burbank and Matthew Collins, who are white, have been charged with second-degree murder, and Timothy Rankine, who is Asian American, faces first-degree manslaughter charges. They pleaded not guilty. Opening statements are expected to start October 2nd in Pierce County Superior Court in Tacoma. The trial is expected to run 4 days each week until December. Ellis purchased a box of donuts and some water at a convenience store at about 11:21 p.m. that Tuesday night and walked across the street, where he encountered Burbank and Collins sitting in a patrol car, according to a probable cause statement filed by Washington Attorney General's office. Burbank and Collins said Ellis tried to get into a stranger's car, then attacked the officers when they confronted him. But witnesses say the officers jumped out of their car as Ellis walked by and knocked him to the ground. Several witnesses recorded the encounter with their cell phones as they screamed for the officers to stop, the document said. A video taken by a woman sitting in a car behind the officers shows Burbank wrapping his arms around Ellis, lifting him into the air, and slamming him onto the pavement, striking him with his fist in the process, the statement said. Collins then moves in towards Ellis and brings his weight down onto him, the statement said. With Ellis underneath him, Collins begins striking Ellis's head with his fist. Meanwhile, Burbank draws his taser gun and walks close in towards Ellis. Collins can be seen on SM's video striking Ellis's head 4 times, with Ellis screaming after each strike. Collins wrapped his arm around Ellis's neck while squeezing, and his head fell limply to the sidewalk. The officers also pressed Ellis's back while pushing his face into the ground, the document said. The doorbell security camera across the street picked up Ellis saying, "Can't breathe, sir, can't breathe." And one of the officers responded by saying, "Shut the F up, man." Well, he did shut the F up because you guys deleted him. And now you guys are going to be probably facing some time, probably not very much, because this is what the United States encourages. This is American culture. So you probably won't be doing much time, but I guarantee you the time that you do while you're in there is not going to be very comfortable for you. The officers then wrapped a hobble restraint around Ellis's legs and linked it to his handcuffs behind his back in a hog tie position while he remained in the prone position. They also pulled a spit hood over his head. After the hobble was applied, he stopped moving, the statement said. All 3 witnesses said Ellis was not fighting back during the struggle, the prosecutor said. Ellis was pronounced dead at the scene. So this was basically a state-sanctioned assassination. And what I find fascinating is that regardless, the Democrats or the Republicans or any of their associated news media are not really talking too much about this. The Pierce County medical examiner said that the cause of death was quote-unquote hypoxia, which is a lack of oxygen due to a physical restraint, and found that the manner of death was homicide. Lawyers for the officer filed reports saying that Ellis was resisting and trying to get away, so the officers needed to use force to get him into custody. Now, let me ask you guys a question. How many times have we heard that? Even when there's video, you still hear that. Experts hired by the officers blamed his death on methamphetamine use and heart problems. They called it an accident. Oh, man, I wonder what Candace Owens has to say about this. I'm sure she could come up with a mockumentary funded by the Daily Wire to explain that. The Pierce County Sheriff's Office initially investigated the death, but months later, when it was revealed sheriff's personnel were involved in the detention, Governor Jay Inslee ordered Washington State Patrol to take over the investigation and referred the charging decision to Washington's Attorney General's office. Charges were filed on May 27th of 2021, marking the first time the Attorney General's office has charged a law enforcement officer with murder. It was only the second time an officer has been charged with murder in Washington State since voters approved Initiative 940 in 2018, which removed the requirement that the prosecutor show an officer acted with malice in order to be charged with murder. Auburn officer Jeffrey Nielsen was charged in 2020 with second-degree murder and first-degree assault in the shooting death of Jesse Sari on May 31st of 2019. His trial is pending. Ellis's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the county and officers, and the Pierce County Council approved a $4 million settlement agreement in 2022. The deal ended the county's involvement, but Ellis's sister, Monette Carter Mixon, and mother, Marcia Carter, continue to pursue their wrongful death lawsuit against the city of Tacoma. And they should also pursue something personally against those officers as well. Now, what I find interesting is this AAPI and Aryan coalition. We see that quite often. Now, my question for people is, why do you think that we're not hearing very much about this? And also, why is it that when it comes to these particular kinds of situations, why is it that you don't really hear all content creators talking about this kind of stuff? The very content creators who say, quote unquote, but they won't talk about it, are literally the ones who don't talk about it. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you guys know about this. Make sure that you guys smash the like button. Make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel by hitting the bell icon twice. Please share this video to your social media, and I will catch you all on the next video. All right? Peace.